What an intro.
Yeah. What's up?
What's up? How you doing, man?
I'm doing all right.
You haven't been at my house for the last 2 hours. It's fine.
Yeah. Well,
Hey,
you know.
what's up? Hey, everyone. How's it going? Welcome back to the Silly Goofy podcast. I regret that name every now and then, but
I don't know. I think I like it.
I mean, I love it, but I have to do an intro like this, and I'm like, hey, welcome back to the Silly Goofy podcast, and then I'm like, oh god, I should have chosen anything but that. But then other times I'm like, oh, fuck it, who cares?
Welcome to the SGP. That's hard as fuck.
That is pretty hard.
Oh, I can swear on this, right?
Yes.
All right. I'm
Yes.
not gonna excessively do it, but I
don't care if you do whatever.
Dude, I'm a lumberman.
Yeah. I had, when Evie and I were doing that couples quiz, she was telling a story, and in the middle of it, she goes, and this was like near the end of the podcast too.
Okay.
She's telling a story, and then she just goes, "Can I curse on here?" And I was like, "Yes, you can." I've said "fuck" at least 4 times already, so it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. Hey everyone, welcome back. Thanks for watching and/or listening. I don't know what you do. My guest today is Aaron Davis. Oh damn.
Oh, all right. I'm sorry. Gotta let the dog.
But the dog's out. Yo, sick shirt, bro. What's your shirt say?
I don't know.
Beers.
I can't read.
Beers. All right. Aaron.
Yes.
You and I have been friends for a while, but I'm gonna pretend that I don't know you.
Oh, okay.
Who are you? What do you do? What do you do, musically and everything? Give us a quick lowdown.
Can I do it like football? Like how they're like, state your name right, or almost like Army.
Yeah. State your name and right.
Aaron Davis, wishful kazoo player. Aaron Davis. I play drums in a band called Disruptor. They're all right. Also play in a band called Break of Aggression. They're all right. We're all right. It's all right.
So yes, like I said, Aaron and I have been friends for a while. Like we were friends years ago, and then kind of just we didn't have a fall.
Yeah.
We didn't fall off or anything, but we just kind of stopped being in contact for a while.
I mean, we hung out
a few times,
especially I want to say 2014, 2015.
Yeah,
because I lived in Johnson City.
Yeah.
I remember you coming over a couple times. With I don't know,
old friends.
Old friends, yeah.
Yeah, I won't say their names.
Oh, gotcha. All right. But yeah.
I'm sorry. Excuse me. I just drank a lot of Sprite. It's going great. Can you tell?
Yeah.
But yeah. So Aaron and I have been friends for a while. How did you get into the band that you and I were first in together?
So Guilt and Bloom.
Yes.
How did I? So I mean, I really followed you guys because of a coworker of mine that was also in the band.
Mm-hmm.
And
my chair's gonna squeak a lot. I'm just letting. I'm
No,
putting it out there. I'm sorry.
I really got into you guys from my coworker at the time, kind of showing me the proceedings of the recordings when you guys first went to. Can I say no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's gonna be on here soon. I'm gonna interview him on Sunday, I think.
So when you guys went to Novro to record, he basically showed me
everything.
Yeah, pretty much everything. And at the same time, Break of Aggression was putting out a couple, singles or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I was showing him that, and we were,
Nice.
just mutually showing each other the music. And I remember, I don't know, it was just a random day of the week. I think it was right when you guys announced that Guilt and Bloom was playing or opening for Keonashi and Bubba.
Yeah, that one.
It was a couple weeks beforehand, and I can't remember correctly, but there was a point where he was like, "Hey, I know you play drums, and we're kind of in a need for a drummer for this show.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way you can cover?" And I think that you reached out to me as well.
Probably,
Maybe.
yeah. Because I think obviously out of everybody, that person and I were the only ones that knew you. So
Right, and so I really thought about it because your drummer at the time just fucking incredible,
phenomenal
drummer. So it was kind of a lot of weight. On
yeah,
my
you
shoulders.
did obviously you're also phenomenal, but at that time I was I believe Aaron can do it, but he's got some pretty big shoes to fill.
Yeah,
because our old drummer, his name was Tom.
Yeah.
Obviously one of the best drummers around, and I just like even like not to discredit you by any means, but just like
no,
because you're up there in your own way.
Yeah, he
just
deserved it. Like,
oh yeah, I'm just like, damn, how does one do this? No, I don't know. But yeah, so he couldn't make a show or whatever, and we needed a fill in, so person reached out to you about it, and then
Showtime came and I fucked up really bad on
you
one
only
part.
you only had one thing that I was like, oh, that wasn't correct, but still you had a good recovery.
Yeah.
I think we were doing JFH.
Yeah, it was definitely.
It was like
JFH.
just going into the breakdown after the chorus, or like the build up into the breakdown. I don't know.
Dude, like halfway into the fucking song, right before that part, I'm like, all right, how slow does it go, and what part comes? And then I'm like overthinking about it while I'm playing. I'm like, all right, cool, this part's gonna come. Wait, what's the part? What's the fucking part? Oh
yeah.
shit,
dude, I do that constantly.
And I just straight up just choked the cymbal and heard it, and I'm like, okay. And like,
yeah,
right
you heard it. You're like, fuck, that's not right. Okay, now we're back in. Yeah. So like, it was a good recovery. You know,
well,
I think we were the only ones that noticed it because we know how the song was supposed to go.
Right.
So nobody else really, I don't think had an issue or anything. So
yeah.
But no, I mean, you sounded great.
Well, thanks, man.
Yeah,
I appreciate it. That was a really fun show.
It was very fun.
Bungler and Keonashi kick ass.
Yeah, they're so good.
Go check them out.
Yes.
If you
haven't already, yes. We have, excuse me, 2 cameras. So if you see me going like this, that's why.
Yeah.
We're hoping to
I'm
get.
also trying to do the same thing, but I'm just like, wait a minute, I can't see myself on this one.
Yeah. I have a tendency, like, even when I'm streaming, I don't look at the camera as much. I just look at, like, the screen.
Right. Okay.
So, like, I'll be talking to chat or whatever, and it's like, oh, did you see that? And it's like I'm not looking at the camera at all. But, yeah, so you played in Guilt and Bloom with well, yeah, you filled in originally.
Yeah.
And then, like, you know, stuff happened with Tom because he was in the midst of moving. Yeah. So eventually he was just like, hey, like, this is kind of, like, all happening now.
Yeah. Because like I could even like hear it like progress like with that person. He's like, you know, that was really good. Like it was after the show, obviously. Mm-hmm. Him going, you know, you did great. Like, you know, Keonashi fucking called you guys out. You know, at the time.
Yeah, that was sick. That was so fucking
and
cool.
I was like, that's fucking awesome. That's so cool. And
I forgot about that, actually.
Yeah, and he was like talking about it, and then like a couple days went by. And he was like, you know, kind of talking about the situation, and then like another week went by, and then all of a sudden I get a call from you.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to be in?
I was just like, hey, do you want to be in? You already know the songs. You just want to be in.
Fuck yes, I want to be in.
Yeah, I want to be in.
Dude, I listened to you guys even after practicing those songs for the 2 weeks that I had prior to the show to learn them. I listened to them nonstop. Like, it was such good music.
Yeah.
Such a good time.
And it was cool too, because like after you joined, I was like, I feel like obviously nothing against Tom, but like I feel like it was just like because of the circumstances of like where we were all located, it was easier to like write stuff because I could like do demos here, and then like just show them to you, and then like you and I could just get together on like a Tuesday. You know what I mean? Like we just get together whenever, really, because we live close. Yeah. So Guilt and Bloom, and then after that ended. We were like, hey, we still want to make music, so we started Disruptor, and that's a thing. Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say about that.
It's been really cool so far,
cool.
man. It's really awesome. Like I don't know, Guilt and Bloom was really cool. I really dig the music, but Disruptor's more my ask. Like,
yeah.
They usually say like, don't, make a band trying to describe the music that you listen to, but like this is the kind of music I listen to, and I also fucking love it. You know, it's really cool.
Yeah, I feel like a lot. I know, like for me, a lot lately. Even when I'm just like making demos or something, if I'm just making demos, it's mainly because I hear a riff from an artist or like a song that I've been listening to. And I'm like, oh, that sounds like that's hard as hell. I want to write something like that. And then I write something like that. And then afterwards I realize I'm like, wow, that was just like a straight ripoff. It's not actually. It's just that's just how hard I am on myself. I was like, I don't know. But yeah, so it has been fun to make like more, because Guilt and Bloom was more of like melodic or like post-hardcore, melodic hardcore kind of stuff. Or just like metalcore-esque, I guess, which is fun. It's fine. I have nothing against it, but this is just more like hardcore / hardcore punk kind of stuff.
the reason why I liked Gil Bloom so much is because like that was the kind of music I grew up listening to. Like
Yeah.
fucking, I mean, they're not direct comparisons, but like it had like a lot of like Mice and Men, like your early metalcore
Yeah.
riffs, and like I used to listen to Being as an Ocean a lot in high school, and like those really harmonized, slow, melodic, meaningful parts like really hit home there. And so I was like, damn, I feel like I'm just playing my entire like childhood.
Yeah, because like I know that like when you would be playing drums, like I don't know if there's like a name for it specifically, but that like the one fill that like you and Tom are just absurdly good at, like the quick like 4 on the tom and then
like the
quick
4
2
over 2s.
Yeah,
Kind of, yeah.
like I know that was like a big thing in like that style of like metalcore and stuff like that. So I hear like you guys doing that, and I'm just like, oh yeah, you can definitely hear the influence for that.
Yeah.
I can't fucking do it to save my life. It's so cool, but it's so hard.
That's not true.
I mean, I can do it like a little bit.
Oh, I mean,
but not nearly as well as you two can.
I mean, you still.
But I also play in a pop punk band.
Well, still, you do that fill, in one of the Second Suitor songs.
Oh yeah, I do it in Heckfest.
In Heckfest, yeah.
Which is such a cool name. By the
And
way.
I mean, dude, you kill it anytime you do.
Yeah, I do that. I got it from you because I think like after you like officially joined, we were at Guitar Center.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we were at Guitar Center, and you were like, I was like just taking a video or whatever, and you saw me recording you. You're like, oh, hold on, let me shine for you, and you were just like doing a fill, and then did like the overhand thing.
The overhand
yeah,
thing.
yeah, the overhand thing. So I was like, that's fucking cool as hell. I want to figure out how to do that. You threw that into room 302.
Yeah.
And then I was like, I wonder if I can do that. I specifically started doing it in Heckfest specifically because of you doing it. And I remember the first time when you saw me, when you finally had a chance to see me play for Second Suitor, I was like, I fucking hope Aaron sees this. Because I just wanted you to say that part.
Yeah.
But so that kind of brings us up to speed with those bands.
Okay.
You're in Break of Aggression as well.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about that.
More of like a southern rock feel. My friends call it a dad rock band, but like, dude, I love it. It's so groovy.
It is a dad rock band, but that's okay.
But that is
we love dad rock here.
Yeah.
You're like an actual dad, so it's okay.
I think I have an excuse now.
Exactly.
We're all dads.
Oh yeah, you are.
We're all dads in Break of Aggression, so it definitely really fits it, But no, those guys are cool. Brandon fucking shreds on guitar. Our bassist Dez is a weapon, and Mark is Mark.
We love you, Mark.
We love you, Mark. But
yeah, how did you go about like joining that band?
Oh man, that was like a whole thing. So, a little bit of lore in the Break of Aggression thing.
Lore.
Yeah, like actually a lot of sad shit happened.
Yeah, honestly. Yeah, don't joke about this.
No, I'm not.
I'm sorry.
So I first heard Break of Aggression from Mark. Mm-hmm. Mark was their original replacement drummer for David Sanborn.
That's so weird. I always forget that Mark plays drums too, because
Yeah.
he played drums in fucking what was that one band that played a Trippin' on Sunday at Will's apartment? Was he?
A Death and Despair.
Yeah, I think that was a yeah.
Yeah,
I can't remember if he played drums or guitar in that.
Yeah,
band.
he played drums in that.
Okay, that's what I thought. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
But Mark was the original replacement for David Sanborn, and I really don't think that you know or not. But David Sanborn was one of like the very OG members of Break of Aggression, and he got fucking shot and killed.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I remember hearing that like he unfortunately passed,
Yeah.
but I didn't remember how. So yeah,
well,
that's
he. A lot of sad shit happened to him and his family, and ultimately into the Break of Aggression family, because he was just so loved and cared by all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So talk about big fucking shoes to fill.
Yeah.
Back when Dez was living in Endicott was my first ever like audition, so to speak. Mark decided that he wanted to play guitar, guitar and sing,
mm-hmm.
and it was just really fucking weird, at the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm sure too, coming from like not that kind of background musically,
Yeah.
Because you were saying that like that's when you were being brought up on like Of Mice and Men, Memphis Mayfire, stuff like that, like more like I want to say Warped Tour metalcore, but that sounds bad, but that's what it is.
Honestly, that's very accurate. Though.
It is accurate, but like it just sounds mean for some reason.
But I mean, that's the stuff I used to listen to. But like being raised, my dad always used to listen to Godsmack and like Chris Daughtry,
every now
Breaking Benjamin.
and then when we're at practice,
Oh, yeah.
Aaron and I will just start playing I Stand Alone.
Yeah. It's always a good time.
And only when your dad's around, you're like, hey, my dad's outside. And then I'm just like,
And he always has like his like crown on the rocks.
Yep.
Just like kind of like looks over at us and just like.
And it comes over, he's like, why'd you stop playing? Fuck! But yeah, so Break of Regression, you had some big shoes to fill with them and everything.
Yeah.
What was your like overall experience, like learning the songs, like practicing, and like up to the first show after you finished?
Oh, okay. So I lived in Port Crane at this time, and it was kind of a drive at the time for me because I had like a piece of shit car, like piece of junk.
Yeah.
And Des lived out towards like the backwoods part of like Endicott, like up in the hills, and so getting there every weekend was like a very big challenge. And so I would like listen to it, and like they're very straightforward. It's just you can tell that Sanborn had like a lot of like our kind of interest when it comes to music. So he would throw those in.
Okay.
And like I'm like, okay, that sounds sick, but like now I have to figure out how to make it mine.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to feel like I'm copying him, but also at the same time, I felt like I would be like almost disrespecting him by just copying his flow,
Yeah. Like you want to like pay homage to it and everything, but like still make it your own.
Yeah.
By like not disrespecting him by just blatantly taking it.
Yeah, or like seeing that like I'm just copying him. You know what I mean? So it was very hard to, come up with my own style when it comes to that. So up to the first show, I think the first show I played with Break of Aggression was at Mary's on Front Street.
Okay.
It's like a little bar on the corner.
Little bar? You think they serve beers?
I'd hope so.
Sorry, that was a really good joke to interrupt the flow with.
It's okay. So we played at Mary's. I fucked up a lot.
No, okay. Did you actually fuck up a lot, or is it like a similar thing to the first Guilt and Bloom show where you had one slip up and you were like, I fucked the whole thing up?
Oh, no, like it was like multiple fucking parts throughout the entire set. Like at one point I had to just ask to start the song over.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
I hate that.
Yeah, that's like...
biggest fear.
That's a huge fear of mine.
And, but it went all right. And, the next show I fucking killed it. The next show I fucking killed it. And then next thing you know, we're opening for fucking Black Dahlia Murder.
That's insane.
Black Dahlia Murder, Buck Cherry, fucking Psycho Stick. Like, that was dope.
Psycho Stick and Buck Cherry, that I get.
Yeah.
Like, that's still fucking rad as hell.
Yeah.
But, like, that makes a little sense. But then to open for the fucking Black Dahlia Murder, like...
Yeah, it was...
Obviously not to take away from that, but how did that happen?
Just a fucking... Brandon just asked.
Really?
And they had one more opening spot, and they wanted an out-of-town local to play, and we got it.
That's kind of reminds me of how it was when, I don't know if you knew about this, but Lila Ignite opened for My Children, My Bride one time.
No way.
Yeah, it was fucking weird.
I've never heard that fucking name in
right?
ages.
Yeah. I remember seeing My Children, My Bride when I was a teenager going to youth group.
Yeah.
And I went to Purple Door and I saw them.
Oh, man.
That was wild. But yeah, we got to, because my buddy Mike Ball from Red Light Departure,
right?
He was booking shows in that area, and it was Red Light Departure, one or two other locals, Affiance, which they're rad,
dude.
Yeah, Affiance is rad.
The fucking
yeah.
It's my favorite fucking video of all time.
It's so good. But yeah, so it was Red Light Departure, two other locals that I can't remember. I'm sorry. Affiance and My Children, My Bride. And I pretty much was just I was asking him about it, and I pretty much was just oh, it seems like I feel like it would make sense to have a not heavy band on the bill to mix things up.
Yeah.
I was obviously I was being serious because I was I'd love to play with My Children, My Bride. That'd be sick. But also we were an alternative punk band. We did not fit the bill at all. But he was yeah, sounds like you're the band I need. And then he just put us on. So that was cool.
That's what's up.
It was a weird time, though, because I went with Mike to, get, food and stuff for My Children, My Bride.
Yeah.
And he got, pizzas and stuff from Little Caesars and whatnot. Got, a bunch of chips and everything. It's on their rider, whatever.
Yeah.
But there was, I don't know who was in charge of it. I'm not trying to talk badly about anybody from the My Children, My Bride crew or Affiance or anything, but there was like a green room that was like on the door. It had a piece of paper that said like bands only.
Oh shit. Okay.
And then for like whatever reason, like we didn't go in there at first, but after a while, like we were like, oh cool, like I think because they were like, yeah, like we need to, like, it has the food in there, and that's for My Children, My Bride because it's on their rider, so they get to go in first and get their food and everything.
Yeah.
Totally understandable, not an issue. So like we waited a little bit, and then like some time passed, and then I like looked at the thing, and it said, instead of just bands only, it said My Children, My Bride, and Affiance only. So I don't know who did that. Like, who made that call to say, like, only the touring band and the co-headliner are allowed in this room? I mean, granted, Affiance was, like, a very big band back then.
Yeah.
But still, I'm like, come on.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it was somebody from the MCMB team, because their merch guy, total dickhead. He just, like, did not seem excited to be there. Like, somebody came up to him to, like, ask about merch. And they're like, hey, man, how much for this shirt? And he's like on his phone, 20. Just like did not give a shit about anything. Yeah, I was like, that kind of like really rubbed me the wrong way. And like, I think he was also like testing the mics and everything, like doing the stage check for My Children, My Bride. And he was like, kept making comments and like complaining that the microphone smelled or something. And the guy that was doing sound was like I heard him talking to himself. He's like, it's your guys' microphone. Like, you all needed to he's like, you needed to use your own stuff. Like, it's yours that smells bad. And I was like, wow, this guy kind of sucks.
Yeah.
My Children, My Bride was cool. Like, I saw them. I got to, like, I did, like, a pile-on for Headshot. That was cool. But, yeah, sorry. I'm not trying to hijack the conversation.
No, it's fine, dude.
I always worry about that.
That's something that I learned about you on your own pod.
What?
Just your experience with that.
Yeah. So, Black Dahlia Murder, that kind of leads into my next question that I was going to ask. Because you've been in a lot of bands, played a lot of shows. What are some of your, if you don't want to say, you don't have to, totally fine. But I was going to ask, what are some of your favorite and least favorite show memories?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got some. All right.
Okay.
So, the best one by far was the Black Dahlia. Like, just
Makes
that
sense.
show went off without a hitch. Fucking awesome bands. Everyone gave everyone the time of day. If you're 420 friendly, I fucking smoked with Trevor Sternad.
Hell yeah.
That was fucking awesome. Got to talk to all those guys. I can't remember their drummer's name, because it used to be Shannon Lucas, and that's when they were huge.
Yeah.
But,
I feel like they've had like 2 or 3 drummers since then.
Yeah, I just can't remember what his name was, but like he was super dope.
Yeah.
Like, me and him got a couple pictures together. Black Dahlia, Last 10 Seconds of Life played.
The Last 10 played?
Yeah, Last 10 was on, or I think was doing the tour with Black Dahlia.
That's fucking
at the
rad.
time.
Dude, they used to play in Binghamton all the time.
Yeah.
We Lilac Night let them use our practice space before they went on tour with
dude.
like, I don't know. It was like when they like just started to like get like a lot of like good like supporting tours.
Right.
And they needed a place to practice before they left for tour. And we had that place out in Endicott that was like underneath the Family Dollar.
Yeah.
Weird fucking place. It was like a Family Dollar, like a Dollar General or something like that.
Right.
And underneath it was just like huge open place, and it had like a bunch of rooms in it. I think people lived there. I know that one guy at least lived there.
It could have been like a tenant / pretty much whatever room.
Yeah, kind of thing. Yeah, because I mean, like we paid rent for it, but
right.
But yeah, we practiced there. There was a conveyor belt that they would like put stuff down like for deliveries and whatnot.
Sick.
So we would just like fuck around with it. But yeah, they came there one time and they were like running through their set and everything, and then we played a song for them. They're like, "Oh, what do you guys sound like? What's your band?
Right.
Like, can you play something?" So we played Stitches, I think, which is really weird because that's the first song that Lila wrote that I did any sort of vocals on.
Oh shit! Okay.
Because I just yelled.
Right.
I did like my yelling vocals, and I like wasn't super confident in them, or just like doing anything of that caliber, especially in the dudes from the Last 10. So I was like, yeah, you guys are like a super like gnarly heavy band. We'll play our fun alternative punk music for you, sure.
But so in
Yeah.
that show,
Yeah.
the Black Dahlia Murder show, Last 10 had to cut their fucking set short because their mixer like almost caught fire. Like it was the drummer's mixer.
I think I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, so fucking smoked out.
Jesus.
And so the drummer didn't have a click. None of them could hear the backtracks on any of their songs. So they just played Axe to Grind and then got off. And then Black Dahlia had to come on and fucking they played Nocturnal from front to back and then did their set list. It was awesome.
Oh.
It was so cool.
Nut.
Yeah.
Okay, that real quick, that made me think of something. I've been seeing a lot of stuff online about like I've seen videos online of like people in bands or like drummers posting on Instagram or whatever being like, this is every drummer's worst nightmare.
Oh,
and it's
right.
like this is every drummer's worst nightmare. My in-ears stopped working and like so I couldn't hear the click and everything. How do you feel about that being like the worst nightmare kind of thing, or like because I have my opinion on it that I'll say afterwards.
Right. So
not to shit on anybody
No,
by any means. I'm not trying
cool.
to do that. I'm curious about how you feel about it.
because I don't really use a click on stage. It's mainly just for like the recording purposes and stuff that I'll use a click.
Always use a click for recording.
Yeah,
That's a given.
Yeah. But like I usually, am pretty good at keeping tempo and doing all that shit live. I think my worst fear to be on stage would be like something important breaking.
Yeah.
I mean,
also to be fair, like that could be to some people it could be, your in-ears not working.
Yeah.
Like the backing, like the click track not coming through or whatever. So I get that.
To me, I think my worst fear would have to be like either like something important breaking, like my bass drum head or snare drum head. I don't break enough sticks and I break the last one.
Yeah, like hardware falls apart or like drums fall over. So
that's my thing.
Yeah. So like obviously like if you're a band that has like a click track that like obviously I know like a lot of bands, the drummer is the one that like they'll have in-ears and they'll have the click in their ears and so like they're keeping the tempo of everything. And I know that Stray does it where like Craig is in charge of like all the backing tracks and everything. He's in charge of like back of house kind of thing.
Right.
So he's in charge of that. So like if that fucks up, like yeah, that sucks.
Yeah.
But so like I get why people are like oh this is the nightmare, like this is my worst nightmare kind of thing. But on the same hand, I'm just like I have seen some bands do it that like I feel like they obviously it could just be preference, but like I feel like they don't necessarily need.
No, I totally agree.
You know what I mean? They don't like need in-ears. And I'm also just like this is just like the what's the word? This is also just like the douche inside of me. I guess I can't think of the better word, but like this is just like the douche inside of me being like, sometimes you don't need to have a metronome. You can just play. But that's just me being I totally pretentious and douchey.
I've been playing.
I thought of it better in my head and I worded it better in my head, but saying it out loud now, I just sound like an asshole.
No, I don't think you sound like an asshole because I think like you're definitely right in that aspect. Like I've been playing without a fucking metronome for 14 fucking years.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was kind of
for sure you don't need them.
Yeah, but, I mean, I'd love to have one for Suitor. Like, I'd love to have in-ears for Suitor so I can like just keep a tempo and everything.
Right.
But some of the stuff, like obviously it's stuff that like I don't always start.
Right.
Like James or Tyler starts a song or whatever, so that'd be something else we'd have to work on. But I don't know. I felt like it was a little bit dramatic to be like, my worst nightmare came to life.
No, I totally get that.
I lost connection in my in-ears.
I would rather lose ear connection to anything than break my last fucking stick. Is pretty much what I'm saying.
I mean, also to be fair.
To be fair.
That's a Letterkenny reference. Also to be fair, like most of the things that I've seen about that, like they do have like backing tracks and stuff like that, or like samples that go with it,
right?
That like lead into other stuff. So like that I get. I just think that sometimes I'm like, I get what you're saying, but you're being a little dramatic about it. Anyways, back to the actual questions that I wrote. I wrote these down.
Yeah, I was really surprised when you pulled out this book.
Yeah, I was like, I have some questions I wrote down, and you were like, wrote down?
Yeah.
So, been in a lot of bands and everything. You talked a little bit about it. Like, were there like any specific like inspirations for you, like just as a musician as a whole? Because you play guitar too.
Yeah.
Like you play drums primarily, but like you also play guitar. Like, Is there like any people or artists or bands that like really made you be like, I want to do this kind of thing?
So the first real live show I went to was August Burns Red.
Hell yeah.
It was right
Good
after.
choice.
Yeah, it was right after Constellations came out.
Ooh.
It was back in the fucking day, and just watching them rip as hard as they did, because like I didn't even go there to, I was with an ex-girlfriend, like, and she liked those bands, and I mean I was like, Asking Alexandria, cool,
Dude,
like,
I was this.
Anarchy in the UK, dude.
I was
Like,
the
fuck
same
you.
way. I was such like a douchey music snob when I was like 15.
It's like you can't.
I was like, The Devil Wears Prada is actually the heaviest fucking band around.
Yeah.
You like music that doesn't have breakdowns? You're a virgin.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if it doesn't have at least 2 blacks in it. But so anyway, went with her to go see this show or whatever. I can't remember what band she like in particular wanted to see, but August Burns Red was the headliner. Blew my mind.
Yeah.
Actually blew my mind. And so after that, I came home. It was around Christmas time. Fast forward a couple weeks later, and I get this video game called Rock Band with the drum set.
Ooh.
And
Okay.
I
like where this is going.
Yeah, so my grandma pretty much is the one that like kind of forced me into this, because she's like, you tap your feet a lot and you hit your hands a lot. You should be a drummer.
That's cool.
And like we joked about me getting a drum set or whatever. And
now you have 2.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get my first drum set yet.
Yeah.
But I played Rock Band and I got so good at it where I can play like expert mode.
Nice.
And then I would start hearing songs and playing along to the songs, even though I don't fucking play drums at this point. Like I just play Rock Band.
How old were you when you started playing drums?
13, 14.
Okay. That was around that same time, I assume. Okay.
Yeah. And I kind of messed around with the guitar a little bit in the future, but like
Nice.
seeing August Burns Red and watching Matt Greiner play is the whole reason I play today.
He is one of my I think he's in my top 5 favorite drummers ever.
Me and a buddy of mine on our birthdays, because our birthdays at the time were, not at the time because like I don't know, we kind of fell off in the friendship, but like our birthdays are very close to each other. And so we would usually all, me and him just get a show or get tickets to go to a show and use it as our like birthday gifts.
Oh yeah, I remember.
We would buy each other tickets to go to the same show.
Yeah. You ever buy your own ticket and be like, hey, I'm gonna give him this ticket, but it's mine, but I'm gonna say it's his.
Yeah. No.
That was a really good joke that I made that derailed the conversation.
That's okay. So it was Crystal Lake.
Nice.
Miss May I, Fit for a King, and August Burns Red, and I fucking saw
Hell yeah.
Matt Greiner again. This is probably
Where was this? Was it up in Clifton Park?
Yes.
I might have been at that same show.
No way.
Who was it again? I know Miss May I.
Crystal Lake, Miss May
Okay,
I.
no, never mind. I wasn't.
Okay.
Because I remember going to. I saw Miss May I at Clifton Park with BJ.
Oh,
him
no
him
shit.
and I would go to shows like up there. That's where I set my friends on fire for the first time.
Sick.
I almost didn't get into that. Or no, he almost didn't get into that show.
Why, was he too young or something for the venue?
No, he just didn't have an actual like photo ID. If I remember right, he didn't have an actual photo ID. He had his birth certificate.
That's fucking lame. Like, I mean,
'Cause-
not him not having
No, yeah,
that.
I know, yeah.
The fact that they wouldn't let him in. That's
Well, they
lame.
almost didn't. So I think what happened was big props to Nancy, Brian's mother, lovely woman Nancy. If you by some chance hear or see this, hi Nancy, how are you? Love you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for all the wonderful memories of me and your son. But no, so like she would drive us all over the place. Like we'd go to youth group and then she would just like drive us to McDonald's afterwards.
Oh, hell
She'd
yeah.
cram like totally legally like 6 people in her car.
Yeah.
It wasn't legal. We're just like idiot like teenagers like I want McDonald's. So yeah. We just like wanted to go to McDonald's after youth group, so she would just like she's like, "Okay, yeah, let's get you boys some food." Yeah,
Hell
she helped me learn how to drive. Like her
no
like
shit, okay.
my mom helped me obviously. Like her and my mom were like the 2 big people that like mainly like I like learned how to drive, but Nancy was she like like I needed to have like a certain amount of hours driving with an adult for my
Right.
5-hour course or whatever.
Right.
And a lot of those I got with her because like I would go to hang out. Excuse me, I'd go to hang out with Brian and everything, and she would just like if we would go somewhere, she'd just let me drive.
Hell yeah.
It was really cool.
That's so cool.
But yeah, she drove us up to Albany to go to Clifton Park to see August. Or no, it wasn't August Runs Red this time. I know it was at least. I think it was Miss May I and I Set My Friends on Fire. I can't remember exactly, but Brian was gonna go in. He only had his birth certificate, and we almost didn't get in. But thankfully, his mom. I think what happened was his mom was able to like come back and just prove like, hey, I'm his mother. This is his birth certificate. I gave him permission to go, kind of thing.
Oh, okay. Well, that's super
so we got
cool.
to go in. But I remember thinking, I was like, in my head, I was like, Brian, I love you, but you're not going to stop me from seeing it. You're not going to stop me from seeing I Set My Friends on Fire.
Go wait in the car.
No, the car wasn't even there. He would have had to wait outside.
Go wait outside.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been good. But no, it all worked out. So I have a question that a coworker of mine asked me because I told her that I was like, yeah, I'm going to interview my friend for the podcast. She was really interested in it and everything. And I was like, oh, what are some questions that you want to ask him or that you would want to know from like from somebody like this? And I think she was one that gave me like the what inspires you thing. Mm-hmm. One thing she asked was, when are you the most creative / what gets you in the zone like to play?
Oh man. Well, I do this thing almost every single time I play a show where like I don't listen to any heavy stuff at all.
Okay.
And then when it comes showtime, I'm just that much more like
yeah. I've done similar things before.
What gets me in the zone is that like I don't know, maybe just like listening to just the radio, just listening to like, okay, well these guys can do it, I can do it too. You know, trying to pump myself up, like you're the world's okayest drummer. You got to be okay.
His name on Instagram is World's Okayest Drummer.
Oh, yeah, follow me on Instagram here, if you can do that. I don't know.
I can. Oh, I do edits in these. They're stupid.
Bing bong. But, yeah, I mean, listening to, like, just radio play tunes. It's like just getting amped that I know I can do the same fucking shit.
Sorry, I'm pulling I have a hangnail. Sorry.
Yeah.
But no, yes. I feel like I've done something kind of similar, not so much to like get me like in the mood to play or whatever,
right.
But like I guess kind of to like warm myself up like for drums or whatever. Every now and then I'll just kind of like, or like to warm up my voice, whatever. I'll just like drive somewhere and I'll put on. This helped me figure out harmonies more. I'd put on the radio, and if there was a song that I already knew, I would just try to harmonize that as much as I could.
Oh, that's sick.
To like get used to how harmonies should go, or like how I should go about approaching them, kind of thing. And then every now and then to like warm up, I would just like listen to a pop song or whatever on the radio. Because I actually saw Matt Greiner talk about this.
Yeah. I mean, because you heard me pull up earlier. Like I was just listening to like hip hop or rap. Or
it was something with a lot of bass. I know that much. I came out.
J. Cole.
Came outside to like put stuff in the car, and I just heard like a bunch of thumping. I was like, "What assholes got their music so loud?" Then I was like, "Oh, hey, Aaron. Hey, buddy."
I'm that asshole, baby.
I'm that asshole.
I'm asshole.
Asshole. It's me. Oh God, what was? Oh God, my handwriting is atrocious.
Really to answer her question anyway.
Yes.
Just really just have the excitement and the suspense of going to the show pretty much overcome me.
Yeah.
That's why I don't listen to any of the heavy stuff because I'm excited to play the heavy stuff.
Yeah.
That's what gets me in the mood.
I'm only halfway through the question, so
this is gonna be a long one, buddy.
Yeah. I can't wait to edit this. Bang, bang. Like Mick Foley. Bang, bang. You know Mick Foley, right?
Cactus Jack. Dude.
Yeah. I wish that somebody would do a thing like Mick Foley did.
My brother's got a Cactus Jack tattoo.
Does he really? That's sick. I wish somebody would. I'm sure it could work nowadays, but I missed that whole thing with Mick Foley where he had 3 different like personas.
Dude Love,
Cactus Jack, and Mankind. And they all were in the same Royal Rumble one year.
Royal Rumble. He went in there 3 times.
Yeah, it was amazing. Anyway, I think you and I have done top 5 things before, right?
Probably.
So I mentioned, I can put my feet up like this.
Oh, hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yo,
Okay.
comfy mode activated.
I'm fucking comfy.
What you know about being comfy, bro?
So I've been trying to do this thing on here.
Okay.
Like top 5, because we've done it like on long drives and everything.
Okay. So
I know for you and I are both big into fast food.
Yeah, dude. Food is life.
Yes. So
every day you deserve to eat like there's no tomorrow. That's just my advice.
I mean, you're not
Come
wrong.
on.
Can we get a GG in the chat? No, this is an audio format.
Yo, smash that like button if you like Taco Bell.
I'm so sad. I went to get Taco Bell today. Like, before I went to pick up Evie from work, I was like, I'm going to get Taco Bell because I'm hungry. I haven't eaten since breakfast. It was like 2:30. I was like, I'm going to eat Taco Bell, and I'm going to go get Evie, and then I'm going to come home and, whatever. I go to Taco Bell. I order my food. I go to pay for it. I apparently only had $3 on my card.
Oh, no.
So they're like,
I
yeah,
hate
you
when
still
that
owe
happens.
$7. I was like, well, this is fucking embarrassing. So you can just take the food back. I can't pay for it, I guess. Sorry. And then I just left, and I was just so bummed out.
Dude,
I just felt so, like, worthless for like 10 minutes.
No, that's definitely happened to me a lot in the past.
Yeah.
Like,
But, like, I think, like, for whatever reason, like, a bunch of stuff got taken out at once kind of thing. I don't know.
yeah.
It's fine.
Oh, dude, it happens.
We got food. Yeah, we got food everywhere.
Yeah.
Quick, lightning round. Not really.
All right, lightning round. I'm cool with this.
Top 5 fast food burgers. Go.
Oh, fast food burgers?
Yes.
Wendy's, number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, Burger King.
Good choice.
Number 3, Five Guys. I'm putting Wendy's before Five Guys. Fight me. 4.
His address. No, I'm kidding.
4. Red Robin.
Ooh. Is that fast food technically?
I
mean,
mean,
it could be. Well, we're going to say it is for now.
Yeah, I'm classifying Red Robin as fast food. And
Sorry. Continue. Sorry.
and number 5, Fat Burger.
Have I had Fat Burger?
Yes, you have.
Was that the one up in
When we went to Movements.
That's right. Okay.
That was smashing, but you can't do the Baconator's the king of burgers.
Yeah.
Fight me if I'm wrong.
I backtracking a lot, but
Okay.
you said you were talking about like August Burns Red blowing you away. Like you're like I didn't know them, and I saw them, and they blew me away. That's how I felt at the Movement show when I saw Mannequin Pussy.
Yeah.
They blew my fucking mind.
Yeah, they were awesome.
I was like obsessed with them for like a month. That was my like ADHD hyperfixation, as Evie calls it.
Yeah,
Okay,
they were really dope.
Yeah, they were really good. Okay, quick favorite animal.
Penguin.
What is it? Penguin.
Penguin.
Nice. Okay, yeah, these are some like questions that other people ask.
Okay.
There's like 2 questions I have that are like kind of serious.
Okay.
What is like a dream tour that you would like to be a part of?
Oh Lord. So would you want me to put like say if there was 4 bands that say Disruptor or Break of Aggression?
Yeah,
Or
I think a 4-band tour is
All right.
a solid amount for a tour.
All right. So if Disruptor went on a tour, like the Dream Tour,
If we ever tour, that would be nice.
I feel like a good mix of all of it that I would literally bust at the sight of the flyer.
I'm a bus.
Spirit Box,
Oh yeah.
After the Burial. But After the Burial having an hour set.
Okay. So they're the headliner.
No.
Oh, Spirit Box is the headliner?
No.
Okay, so we're opening, obviously.
Yeah, we're
we
opening.
are.
All right, it's a
We're-
festival. It's a festival.
Okay.
It starts at 5.
Okay, we open 5:05.
We start at 5:05. Spirit Box immediately after.
Okay.
That'd be dope. After the Burial having an hour-long set. Knock Loose having an hour-long set.
Ooh, okay.
Currents having an hour-long set.
You lost me. You lost me at Currents.
I love Currents.
I don't have anything against them. I just never really listened to them that much, so
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion other than I heard them once or twice. You know?
Just musically, like they're just so fucking talented.
Yeah.
Actually, I might change my answer. I might be like invent animate.
Okay. I know them more than Currents.
Crazy good
Yeah.
musicians. I want to see all of them play at full power, full insanity. Like, so good.
Yeah. Do you have any tips for like aspiring musicians?
Don't. No, I'm kidding.
Well, thanks for
I'm
listening,
kidding.
everyone. No, I'm kidding.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah, dude, go for it. Just it takes a lot of time and a lot of practice and a lot of patience, and I think a lot of musicians starting out don't realize that.
Yeah.
And this person could do it. Why can't I do it? And get like frustrated and give up. A lot of
I'm the same
musicians
way
give
with a
up.
lot of stuff. It's like if I'm not great at it
Yeah.
at first, I'm like, why do I try?
Keep trying.
Yeah.
Is pretty much keep on doing it. Just
Yeah.
keep playing. Keep fucking playing. Get some friends to start playing.
Yeah.
Form a band. Have some fun.
Yeah. Did you Have you ever gotten any like advice from anybody that like really resonated with you or stuck with you?
Try to meet as much people as possible
That's good. Yeah.
because you never know what can happen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Somebody knows this guy and this guy knows this guy, and next thing you know, you're
Opening for the Black Dahlia murder.
exactly. Talk to people.
Yeah.
I
Like-
know a lot of introverted people are having they have a hard time doing that. But
Yeah, understandable.
when it comes
but-
to like going to shows, like a lot of people are on the same level as you, and you almost don't even realize it. And
Yeah, that's true.
so
Yeah, like
go out and talk to people.
yeah, meet people at shows and everything. Just be friendly. That's what shows are for. They're there to have fun,
honestly.
listen to music, and make friends.
I love that. Go to shows too.
Yes, go to
Support
shows,
your
please, for the love of God. Buy actual physical merch and actual
Rep their
vinyls and records.
Rep their shit because you never know. Some band could get offered something that they want to bring you on too.
This is our way of saying we're going on tour with Spirit Box.
No, it's
that'd be
no.
sick. That'd be sick.
Oh my god.
How did you guys announce your tour? Yeah, we made an offhanded joke in a podcast one time, and then it just happened.
And then it just happened. And I'm pissing myself just thinking about it. I'm sorry.
Just being able to hang out with Courtney LaPlante.
I'm dripping. The chair. I'm peeing a lot.
I'm full of piss.
I've made a lot of piss.
I feel like that's a good word of advice. Just that, and just don't get discouraged.
Yeah.
It's gonna take a lot of time.
Yeah.
You know. Okay. Only a few more questions. I'm actually kind of curious about this.
Okay.
I'm gonna flip it over so you can read them.
Okay.
I'm actually kind of curious about this. Like, what are some hobbies you have besides music? Because really, we'll hang out and obviously we hang out and we talk about music a bunch, but we also just hang out and not talk about music.
Yeah.
But what are some hobbies that you have besides playing music?
I mean, I play video games from time to time. Basically, just try to hang out with friends a lot because I like hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
Me and Cecilia go and do a lot of things. Cecilia being my daughter.
Adorable, by the way. I still remember the day that she saw me, and she said hi, and I was like, "Hey, how's it going?" And you were like, "Oh, who is that?" And she goes, "That's my friend John." I immediately went because it was really cute. And then
She's
she
such a
ran
love
up and
bug.
hugged me. It was
I
really
love
adorable.
her so much.
Yeah.
I love her so much. But I mean, hanging out with her, I look forward to that at the end of my day is hanging out with, because she's just cool. Like,
Yeah, she really is.
she's just cool.
She's fun. She's just funny to be around.
Yeah, she's funny. She makes some really good jokes. Like, she's the funniest 4-year-old I've ever.
I
friggin'
remember
met.
that picture that I don't remember who sent it when Cecilia went to it was that birthday party that we went to. Cecilia was staying with someone's sister or something like that
Yeah.
while we were at that party. They were oh yeah, they were gonna watch the kids and everything. So
Yeah.
she can go with them. And then they were oh hey, I got a picture of all the kids at the party eating pizza, and it's literally just Cecilia at the table going
yeah.
like that, just eating
Yeah.
pizza. It was so cool. I was like, damn, that's what I wish I was when I was 4 years
Yeah,
old.
I like to think I've done a good job.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick. 2 very important questions.
Okay.
What's your favorite cryptid?
Cryptid.
You know what a cryptid is? I had the definition a few nights or a week or two ago because I had to describe them to somebody. A cryptid, if I'm not mistaken, is Bigfoot. Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster.
Oh, okay.
It's a creature that
mythical creature.
Yeah,
almost.
a
Okay.
mythical creature that
Or may not be
can't
mythical.
be explained by science or something. I don't know. 'Cause I have a top 5. I think Evie and I are going to do a top 5 favorite cryptids episode at some point.
I definitely think, aliens definitely for me. You're telling me we're the only freaking anomaly.
Technically,
shout out Travis.
Technically, aliens aren't cryptids because they have been proven real by the government, and they would never lie to us.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, I already believe that aliens are real,
Yeah.
but I don't know if aliens technically count.
You know that fucking theory that people are reptiles
Yeah.
or shapeshifters or
Yeah.
metamorphers.
Our president is a reptile. Yeah.
Joe Biden is a
Joe
lizard.
Biden is a lizard person.
I'll rip this vaccine right out of my shoulder. You want left, Aaron?
You want? Oh no, it's you want far right, Aaron.
Oh yeah, far right.
I'll rip this vaccine right out of my shoulder. I'll spread election fraud.
I feel all right. So to answer your question, something that can't be proven real, or is that the definition?
pretty much. Yeah. It's like steeped in like
Yeah. Okay. So
myth,
if
I
that.
guess.
Okay. So if that's the case, definitely like metamorphers and like time travelers. I feel like that shit's real.
Ooh, yeah.
Like you're telling me that 5,000 years from now, like they haven't invented something to send people back in the fucking
Yeah,
past.
yeah. That's such a weird concept to
Yeah.
think about. Like time travel itself is just like really hard to like wrap your head around.
I have really like sat down and thought about this.
Really?
Like, look at all like the bad shit that's happening in the world, and
Mm-hmm.
tell me that someone didn't ass kiss their way to get a fucking time machine so they can just not be put in jail for being psychotic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. No, time travel is definitely really interesting.
Yeah. Like I
don't
feel like
know
that shit's real.
if I can't remember if this person is like really like involved in time travel per se.
Right.
But you should look up. This is actually also a band name. There's a cryptid called Indrid Cold. He's directly
Before you get going on, I'm going to tell you why I believe in time
okay.
travelers.
Yes.
Just not to cut you off.
No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Because I had, I went to like some fucking birthday party when I was like 8. It's for some reason it's like this stupid vivid memory in mind. Like we went to Interstate 88,
Nice.
and
What a throwback.
yeah, I don't know if it was like some relative of one of like the attendees or whatever to this party. But it was like this fucking like blondish girl, probably in like her early 30s. She was blondish and wore this orange and like gray long sleeve shirt. And I remember
That's
her
just an escaped convict. No.
No, I know. But
She's like, I'm a time traveler. I'm not from prison. No.
but I remember this vivid as shit because I had such deja vu because I saw that same fucking person again when I was like 16.
Deja vu's been fucking me up lately.
And
it's so weird. Anyway.
She literally looked the same as this girl that I just like randomly just remember from being 8 years old.
That's wild.
And I saw her again when I was 16, I feel like. And I went to go like say hi, and the weirdest fucking shit happened. It was like it was out of a fucking movie. I left the Walton Country Store because that's where I saw her again, was the Walton Country Store. And I fucking go and I get in my car and I'm like thinking about it, and then I look up and then she's gone.
Really?
Gone. Nowhere to be fucking found.
That's
I'm looking
wild.
I'm like looking in my car and like looking at through the windows.
Is she in my car?
No, to like see if she's in any other car, and
Yeah.
there was only me and 2 other cars there, and she wasn't in them.
That's wild.
And she was just gone. And so I'm like, that shit's real. And I just witnessed it.
That's wild.
That's what
cool.
I believe in. I feel like that shit's real. People are living amongst us that shouldn't be here.
We live in a simulation.
Yeah.
No.
We stray further.
Every day we stray further from God. Oh, damn. That's a perfect segue into my last question. Can I have some money? No, that was like genuinely. That's the last question I wrote, just because I thought it'd be fun. I was like, I'm gonna have like a few like silly questions.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, that's all I had. I think that's all I had for this episode, or for this interview, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, this was really cool.
Yeah, this is just kind of like been us like just dicking around and hanging out.
Yeah.
We normally do stuff like this anyways, but
Yeah.
being able to like actually do it in this setting is cool.
You know,
I hope my
professional.
camera has been recording this whole time.
I hope I have been. Oh, yeah. It says right there.
I mean that's the so we have, like I said, we have 2 cameras. We have the one this one,
Yeah.
and then this is important.
You about
It's
to
still
see.
going.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the one on my computer going as a backup. I found out how to record 60 frames a second on my phone, so I'm doing that. Hopefully, it looks okay. Excuse me. But yeah, I think that's about it. So, Aaron, thank you for coming on here. Thanks for. Oh, that was weak.
Oh.
That was weak.
You're going to cut that out.
No, it's all staying in. Less editing for me.
Okay.
I don't have nearly as much muscle as you, because
That's not
you
true.
lift wood all day.
Yeah.
You're fucking shredded.
From the moment I wake up, buddy.
It's a penis joke. No, Aaron, yeah, for real. Thank you for being on here. I appreciate it. Is
fun.
there anything that you want to like plug or promote or anything like that, or anything you want to say other than
check out-
time traveling is real?
Yeah.
Besides that.
Time traveling's real. some stuff from Disruptor coming soon. Some stuff from Break of Aggression coming soon.
Ooh.
It's just taking a lot of time. I'm a very
Yeah.
busy man.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, go check out that.
I'll put the link to
And check out Bungler and Keonashi too. They're dope.
if anybody from Bungler or Keonashi
Let us play with
sees
you.
or hears this, let us
Do
play
it.
with you. And also, come on the pod sometime.
Yeah,
come on the Silly Goofy podcast. Super serious.
The SGP, dude. The SGP's for me.
SGP. Oh, God. I'm going to cut it here. Aaron, thank you so much, bud.
Yeah, no problem, dude.
We're going to get out of here. I'm going to go drink some more soda. It's 10 o'clock at night. I'm an adult.
I'm going to go eat my own butt.